Good morning, everybody. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday morning. I wanted to hop on here and talk about multi-level marketing companies and you, right? So to speak. Great title, right? So the idea is not to push multi-level marketing companies in this video at all. I respect them. My wife is in one. I have many friends. We know other couples that are in them. Nothing wrong with them. But there's something that we don't talk much about, and that is how multi-level marketing companies, or MLMs as I'll refer to it here on out, impact a relationship, right? One way is that scheduling, so i.e. time management, needs to be happening, right? So when am I going to be working, having a scheduling out. 2 is communicating that with your partner, and 3 is your partner respecting when that time is and knowing that, hey, my partner's not available during this period of time. They're working. So one part, like I said, time management. So you need to be able to schedule time, right? We need to, in MLMs, it's really important, as I've found through interacting and participating in some in the past, and my wife being in them, you need to be very dedicated and time oriented. You need to schedule it out. You need to say, okay, from 8 till 12 o'clock, for example, every single day, that's when I'm working. All right. And you need to communicate it to your partner and say, hey, just so you know, I'm not available at these periods of time unless you're bleeding or dying. Okay. And the partner, on the other hand, needs to respect this the same way they would if their partner worked in an office somewhere, or if they had a job outside the home. Right? They're not going to go find their partner and say, hey, are we out of milk? Can I turn the heat up? Whatever it is. You're not going to interfere with your partner's job like that if they were outside the home. And the same respect needs to be done in the home. And also, it's important for the partner in an MLM, to communicate that, hey, this is what's going on. Don't just expect that your partner's going to know this. Communicate and say, hey, this is what's going on. Because a lot of times where you'll find the real stress when one partner is in an MLM and the other is not, is where a lack of communication occurs in terms of the partner who's in the MLM saying, hey, this is when I'm working. It's one thing to schedule it yourself, and time management is very important. It's crucial even. But it's also just as important to communicate it to your partner or spouse that this is when I'm going to be working. And reinforce that too, right? So a lot of the same basic principles in any relationship come into play, but it's just a little bit of a twist because of the fact oftentimes MLMs occur or are worked out of the home, because that's a great thing, right? Plan B income. You're not working necessarily. You might be working 2 jobs. You might just be working your one MLM, depending on how successful you are. But with regards to the MLM we're focusing on, the respect needs to be there. Time management needs to be there. Communication needs to be there, right? And respect on both sides. So I hope this was somewhat beneficial to folks. There's just not a lot of information out there. Not a lot of people talk about how MLMs can affect a relationship, right? And again, it's not putting MLMs down. They're great things. They can be very beneficial. But it's also important to consider that a relationship is continuing to go on there, and we need to continue to foster healthy interactions and communication. All right. So have a good one. I will talk to everybody later. If you have any questions, thoughts, post it here. Have a great one. Bye.